Hey, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to show you, I know this is a automotive YouTube channel predominantly, but I wanted to show you a glimpse into our daily lives. My wife and I decided to take on a Pinterest challenge, or if you want to call it that. We're going to, we painted this wall. This wall used to be this color here, and our whole house is this color here. So we're trying to switch it up a bit and make a feature wall in our master bedroom, and we're going to do it. I'll put a picture here, and you can kind of see what we're going after. We're going to put abstract. Well, I don't want to call them sticks, but they're going to be lines in the wall, and it's going to look pretty good. Yesterday we painted the wall, and it turned out really well, actually, for the most part. Frog tape is a must. Especially in a new house. We were already a little bit weary about painting a brand new house. But as you can see, the wall is very, it's painted well and the paint settled well. There's very minimal streaking, which is good. We are not professional by any stretch, but we wanted to, because it's a brand new house, we wanted to minimize streaking. So it turned out pretty good, actually. I wanted to open up the window there and see what the wall looked like with all the reflection. But as you're going to see, I'm going to go show you what we purchased. All the materials is going to be about $200, and that is including some of the tools and everything you need. So come with me. Let's go check out what we purchased. All right, so this is mainly what you're going to want. You're going to want a paintable caulking, and this is what you're going to use to seal all the seams, the wood, and it does help with adhesion as well. And then you're going to want wood filler for all the nail holes. We're going the nail and caulking route versus the whole glue part, because the glue will rip off your gyprock. So we're going to fill up all the seams with this, wood to wood seams, and then the wall to wood seams with this. And this is always good to have carpenter square, to make sure all your lines that you are squaring up are square. And then we bought this because we suck at making caulking look nice. So hopefully that'll do the job. All right, now we go into the den of the sleeping Supra and the STI. And so these are the abstract lines that we're gonna create. I know you guys are watching this and you're thinking, you're gonna make a nice design on the wall with, you know, minimal material, and the answer is they didn't have a lot of stock at the hardware store, so we're gonna try and track down. This is pine. We went with pine because MDF has formaldehyde in it, and we have dash hounds who are susceptible to everything on earth, breathing air included. So yeah, we're going to try and find these elsewhere, if not at the same place. Maybe they stocked up overnight. But it is pine, and it is a 1x2, I think it is, and then we got a 1x3 here. Let's just check. Oh, it fell. 1x3, and yeah, this will be a 1x2. Yeah, 1x2 pine, and it's already primered. We painted them yesterday, so you guys will hopefully see a nice finished product. Like I said, I'm hoping this is an easy DIY for anybody, because we are far from professionals, but we like our stuff to turn out nice, just like anybody else, right? I'm a little more impatient than my wife, but hopefully she can balance it out with this project. But stay tuned for the rest of the journey. All right, everyone, I thought I'd come check up on the wife, make sure she's painting everything within spec. No, but for real, we got the rest of the trim for what we could find, and there's nothing but junk at the hardware store. If you can see, this one is bowed here. It's bowed in 3 different places, and then this piece, we had to use it, but like, look at it. Like, it's just not the greatest. So we're gonna try to come up with a place on the wall where we can just zip that right off and sand some spots down. I'm gonna go measure right now for this big mammer jammer, that has to go from the ceiling all the way to the floor. I'm gonna go take measurements, cut it, and then we're going to put it on the painting table and give it a go. So hopefully it turns out all right. All right, everybody, you know the saying, measure twice, cut once. Or is it measure once and cut twice? No, I'm just kidding. All right, so we measured this precisely with precise tools. And look at that fitment. It is like perfect. Gives us just the right amount of wiggle room. We're gonna raise this up just a bit off the baseboard. You're not gonna be able to see a gap because we're humans. We're not little carpet dwellers that see eye level to the baseboard. So it's going to work perfect. We're probably just gonna lift it just a bit and have some space for expansion and retraction of the house. And it'll be perfect because our ceiling is not level anyway, right? It's just unlevel stuff. And yes, I know we got paint there. We're gonna have to fix that. We got the paint downstairs for that. So yeah, 103 inches. We had to make a cut on that end and that end because this piece of pine came from the hardware store all banged up on the end. So when you cut like this, you make sure that you cut both ends so you get a nice clean cut on the top and bottom, and that's what we did. So this one's going for paint, and we should be good to start putting this stuff up. All right, peeps. Master bedroom's looking like a construction work site. We got the first one up, and it fits pretty good. The one thing that everybody has to understand is that your walls are never going to be completely straight or perpendicular. Mudding, house shifting, all that kind of jazz fits into the equation too. And our first one's up pretty good. We used wood filler. I'm gonna give it a light sand at each spot. This has a gap, like I said, because of the square issue. So I'm gonna have to fill that with some silicone and give it a layer of paint. It's just a little bit, but I don't know if I want to silicone the bottom to the wall just yet. It went on pretty good for the most part, and it looks pretty good too. So we'll see how it all turns out. All right, guys and gals, second one is on. A lot of screwing around there, but she is square. She is marked. The spaces are minimalized at the bottom and the top, and it looks good, honestly. It's starting to look like an abstract wall thing. So I'm pretty happy. Now we're just going to measure the distance and make some chops there. We already got the pieces cut for the corner, and we should be good to go here. This is a workout, people. Up and down the stairs, up and down. Let's see if this thing fits. Cross our fingers. We used a different measuring tape. So, ready? Yeah, I'm happy. I am happy with that. I think it's a little farther away than I'd like, actually. What do I do? Probably could fill that and make it look nice, though. I'll leave this one, but I'm gonna cut the other ones just a tad wider than this. All right, everybody, a little bit of an update. We got two of those suckers up there. We got the ladder system going on here. Funny thing is, the wife said we'd be done by supper time. It's supper time. Here we are, still working away. I think I'm gonna take a supper break and come back to this, hopefully finish it by tonight. I just don't know if it's looking that way, but it's starting to look pretty good. It's coming around. Gonna add some diagonal here, one more up there, diagonal here, I think, or straight down. I'm not sure yet, but she's coming along. All right, guys, we are almost done. The breaker keeps flipping on us because we have a new house, and the new breakers they flip with the littlest amount of variation. So here's to the third round. Let's get this. All right, everybody. It is like almost 10 o'clock at night, we finally finished putting the last piece in, and we ran out of brad nails. So the one thing I learned throughout this journey was it'll take you probably a day and a half to 2 days of just dicking around, finding your angles, especially if you don't have the right tools. We have mostly the right tools, but we don't have all the right tools. So that, and I know some of you might think this is an obvious, trick of the trade, but brad nailers, the gauge of the nail matters. And we bought a brand new pack of 3,000 of them, and the gauge is too big, so they were getting stuck as they were going through the nail gun. Luckily, the last nail is in the last board right there in the middle, so we were good. Now we just got to return the package of 3,000 brad nails. Anyway, you learn something new every day, right? So take the good with the bad. But this looks phenomenal. Look at our wall. Just wait till it's all painted up the same color, which I'll show you in the video, so stay tuned. All right, everybody, so we painted everything. It's like 90% done. So I might as well just show you guys what we ended up doing. We filled in some of the joints, painted it just to see what it would look like. Some turned out good, some turned out bad, so we're just gonna end up filling them and sanding them properly with a power sander to make it all flow, look all molded into one. Everything looks great. The only thing that we're like humming and hawing about is this piece here. This is the only piece that didn't fit 100% in the angle down there, and we chose just to roll with it. Sometimes you're in the moment, you're like, screw it, let's just do it. It looks pretty good. We'll fill in the gap. There's just a little gap down there we filled, and here we are regretting that decision because it's just this way, just a little too much. So ideally what I'd have to do is I'd have to cut it here and then move this piece down to about here, and it would properly angle out, because it's the only thing that's kind of throwing the whole thing off, but it's not really throwing it off because it's abstract-y. So it kind of goes with the theme. I actually don't mind it, so I think we're going to try and work with it. At the end of the day, if it doesn't turn out, we'll rip it off and just do it properly. We may add 2 down here. Not really sure yet because the bed's going to cover most of this anyway, but right now it looks like it makes a perfect triangle, so it kind of flows, it kind of goes with the theme. So that's what we're going to do, and as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It took us about a day and a half to do all this, just dicking around and taking it slow, taking it easy, getting some breaks in. So budget your time accordingly, I guess. But cost about $200-ish for the material. Plus we had to buy some tools, and obviously you need an air compressor, brad nailer, all that, miter saw, etc., etc. So here's the finished product. We're totally stoked about it. Looks good. Can't wait to see what it looks like with everything back in place. All right, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. All right, peace.